Hello and welcome to my channel. You're watching Amrita Space. In today's episode, we are going to be covering one of the 7 Saptadurgas who belong from the coastal belt. So, let's get started with the Saptadurga episode of Tulunadu. These 7 sisters are known for their ancient, feminine and divine power. Rooted since ages, they continue to provide blessings to their devotees. So, let's get started by knowing the Saptadurgas better. First one is Katil Durgaparameshwari, second one is Chitrapura Durgaparameshwari, third is Bhagavati Amma Sasihitlu, fourth is Polari Rajarajeshwari, fifth is Kunjarugiri Durga Parameshwari, sixth is Munkur Durga Parameshwari, and last but not the least, Bappanadu Durga Parameshwari. Today we are going to be covering the Adi Shakti from the Kunjarugiri, which is just few kilometers from Udupi and is situated in a sacred hilltop. Just 12 kilometers from Udupi and 63 kilometers from Mangalore, you can easily reach this place by a private vehicle. Why private vehicle? Because there may not be frequent buses at times. Now let's try to understand what does the name Kunjarugiri stand for. In Sanskrit, Kunjar means elephant and Giri means hill. So, in combined form, it's known as Elephant Hill or Kunjarugiri, due to the unique elephant-like resemblance from a bird-eye view, which is why the name was derived thereafter. We are going to be reaching in a bit now, and the place is surrounded with lush greenery. The hilltop is also known as Vimanagiri, as it is believed that the Lord Parashurama installed the Goddess Durga's statue over here. Even before the human intervention ever existed, the gods and goddesses from the celestial space came to visit the goddesses to seek her blessings. It's also said that the highly evolved beings came in their Pushpaka Vimana or chariot just to do Abhishekam for the Devi. And the famous saint Sri Madhvacharya frequently visited this space when he was a child. This is an absolute treasure and a beautiful view from the hilltop. It gets even more better with bare eyes. There are 4 sacred ponds created by Lord Parashurama, and each one of them resembling his divine weapons, and they were named as Dhanush, Bana, Gada and Parashutirtha. If you can see that small road over there, that is where we drove from and we reached the final destination, which comes over here. If someone is interested in trekking, there's a short path where you can just keep your vehicle on the downhill and come by stairs where you can easily reach within 5 minutes. The path looked pretty easy and interesting, so I thought of going downhill and coming up all the way again. Oh my god, I never trekked since a while now, so this is the very first time in a short while I've been climbing these many steps. So I'm almost there. The temple is visible now, you can see. Here it is. And here I am. Okay, so now we are at the temple premises. Let's explore a bit of it. The temple belongs to the Adamaru Math, which is one of the Ashta Mathas of Udupi, and the founder of this is Sri Madhvacharya. If you got a chance to visit the Sri Krishna Matha, just adjacent to the Krishna Math, you will find the Adamaru Math, which is just 50 meters away from the temple, and it's must visit because such a beautiful, mesmerizing architecture with those intricate carving is just worth admiring. The woodwork is carved to perfection, and the entire setup of a traditional household in the form of mud is so wholesome. Now there is an interesting story of Sri Madhvacharya's magical leap which everyone must know. Once when Madhvacharya was offering his prayer inside the temple, his mother happened to call him from 2 kilometers far, which made him jump from the temple to the hilltop and directly to his home. And even today there is a footprint which is just left behind somewhere in between the hills. The whereabouts of the footprint is just known to the temple priests only, and there is a ritual of worship which goes on every now and then. Now we have arrived at the temple, which is exactly at the center of the hill, and this is a breathtaking view of the temple with such a calm and an amazing atmosphere. The ideal timing to visit the temple is either early in the morning or during the sunset. Avoid afternoons because of hot and humid weather and it can get really uncomfortable. Post monsoons would be an ideal visit due to the lush greenery around. You will get that enhanced version of the nature, and also during the Navratri festival it's really vibrant and celebrative. So Lord Parashurama is credited by erecting the temple in honor of the Divine Mother Adi Shakti. It is said that when he created Kerala, He found in a depth of a sea a pearl which he fashioned into an ornament to the goddess. However, the sea always tries to retrieve whatever is taken away from it. To avoid any kind of a damage that can happen because of the sea, Parashurama then placed the idol in Vimanagiri, which is the current hill we are in. Yet, it is said that the sea still keeps coming nearby the hill decade by decade. Apart from the temple surroundings, it is also said that there are caves which are covered currently with dense forest, and Madhvacharya used to meditate during those times. To add to the cherry on top, it started raining, which covered the entire dense forest with fog and mist, which was such a beautiful view to view. If you get the chance, do visit this temple, not because the place has got beautiful landscape and hilltop view, but with acceptance and devotion, because the goddess here is sitting with calmness and serenity, and we have to visit her once at least. If you get a chance to visit her again and again, that is a privilege by the divine, and truly it's a blessing. While traveling, if you happen to be a crazy individual like me who likes to stop at every field and aesthetic places to take loads of photos just for my memory, then you can also find that place over here, which is just near the temple road. This field which I bumped into is a paddy field, and you can see the saplings in tender stage at the moment. After the final crop has been retrieved from the saplings, there are some rituals and customs which are followed just as a gratitude for the sapling who has given food to us, which is a beautiful correlation of nature and human which ever existed. By saying this, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you like the channel and resonate with me, do feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you up in the next series. Till then, take care. Bye.